coverage of Interop is brought to you by HP Networking. Change the rules to enable the cloud. Also brought to you by Citrix and GoToMeeting. Go over to GoToMeeting.com, click the Try It Free Now button, and enter in the word podcast for a 30-day free trial. And also Telestream and Wirecast. Produce your show straight from your computer right to the internet with Wirecast. Geekazine is a proud member of the TechPodcast.com network. If it's tech, it's here. Continuing coverage of Interop, Jeffrey Powers with Geekazine Tech Podcast Network. We're here with Brian and Darian from Xirrus. And some people don't know what Xirrus is, but they might have seen it around town. It's those little UFOs in the sky. Wait, UFOs? Where? Oh. Roombas, yes. Little air Roombas. Anyway, why don't you guys tell us what Xirrus is?
Yeah, so Xirrus is actually high-performance Wi-Fi. People may be wondering actually why we have a giant cell phone tower in our booth, but the whole premise is that it's to get across the point that we're actually doing for Wi-Fi what the cell tower did for mobility back in the early 90s. Basically to cover density and coverage and everything else when the demands were there in the cellular industry, they added directional antennas in a sectorized pattern and added more radios, and that's exactly what we've done in a wireless access point that we call the Wi-Fi array.
Okay, so this device handles Wi-Fi signals, 4G signals, 3G signals, or just wireless?
Purely Wi-Fi signal. We're not a 3G, it's not a cellular company. Purely Wi-Fi for enterprise, hospitality, healthcare, education, things like that. So the goal of the array is to replace traditional thin access points with a more intelligent, higher performing access point, or as Darian said, what we call the array, to give users a more wired-like experience with a wireless or Wi-Fi network.
And so, an area, one of the discs, how wide does it? How much of a area does it cover?
With Wi-Fi, it always depends. Is the answer? General answer is twice as far as a normal access point. Most access points use omnidirectional antennas. They go a little bit in all directions, like a light bulb. We use directional antennas, so we focus the energy like a spotlight. So we go twice as far. So you kind of go back to your high school math of pi r squared. Twice as far, it gets you 4 times the coverage area. So we go twice as far, 4 times the coverage area. And then we also have 4 times the number of radios. So we have 4 times the bandwidth. So 4 times the bandwidth, 4 times the coverage. You can replace 4 normal access points with one of our arrays.
So in a place like this, how many arrays would we want to have around?
So when you're doing Wi-Fi, there's always 2 things to worry about. There's the coverage area, and then there's the number of users you're going to have. From a pure coverage area, let's say you're going to have maybe 100 users in here, you could do this whole conference hall with two arrays. Because Interop is obviously worried about large numbers of users. There's a bunch of techie people here bringing laptops and tablets and things like that. They plan for density. So we actually have 6 arrays covering the entire show floor to be sure there's enough bandwidth and Wi-Fi available for all the different users.
Do you know offhand how many square feet this is right now?
So I know we have this show floor as well as the lecture halls, keynotes, and things like that. So we're doing 1 million square feet with 20 of our access points.
Wow, 20 access points, that's pretty good. So. And the coverage so far, I've used some of the wireless here. I haven't had too much problem connecting up and moving around and staying connected, so that's pretty good.
All right, that's a great compliment. Good to hear that. So.
All right, so what are the price points for somebody that wants to take and get one of these systems?
So I'll give you 2 answers. My marketing answer is basically our equipment is about the bottom line cost is about the same as our competitors. Where we save our customers a lot of money is that 75% fewer devices, because again, you're replacing 4 normal access points with one of ours. So if you have, like, say, 1,000 normal access points, you can do 250 of ours. That's 750 fewer switch ports in the closet, 750 fewer cables, things like that. So that's kind of my marketing spiel. The real answer is we have 2 main, most popular models is a 4-radio device. It's about $3,000. That includes software, the controller, the security, all of that. And then we have an 8-radio device that's about $6,000. Again, that includes software, hardware, all the bells and whistles that you need in the equipment.
Okay, and I take it full security protocols initiated inside these devices too?
Yeah, exactly. It's all the security protocols built in. And actually, one of the nice things with the array is because there are multiple radios, we actually have a dedicated monitor radio. This is a built-in threat sensor. So we're actually doing 24/7 security intrusion detection of your entire network. Whereas most of our competitors have to do time slicing, they're servicing the client some and security scanning for security. we have a dedicated radio specifically for that. So your network's 100% covered, 100% secure with the Wi-Fi array.
Okay. And where do people go to find out more information?
www.xirrus.com. We actually have online, we have a ton of white papers, case studies that people can access, some Tolly reports actually comparing us to Cisco in particular. But yeah, there's a how to buy section on there, and sales line they can call in or just send an email to info@xirrus.com and we'll help them out.
Okay, perfect. Brian? Darian? Thank you very much for the Geekazine and Tech Podcast Network. This is Jeffrey Powers at Interop. Geekazine at Interop is brought to you by HP Networks. Change the rules of networking to enable the cloud. Check out hp.com for more information about all their great new ideas in flex branding. Geekazine is also brought to you by Citrix and GoToMeeting. You know, if you need to meet with somebody and can't go to where they are, they can't go to where you are, then you should try GoToMeeting. For PC, for Mac, for iPad, you can connect up and have a great online meeting in seconds. To try this, all you have to do is go over to GoToMeeting.com, click the Try It Free Now button, and enter in the code PODCAST, and that will get you a 30-day free trial. That's all from GoToMeeting.com. And finally, we're also brought to you by Telestream and Wirecast. All the live action you'll see with the banners and the switching of cameras, that's all done through my PC through Wirecast. So go over to Telestream, go over to Geekazine.com, click on the Telestream link, and that'll get you there for you to create some great video on your mobile device.